Hi everyone, I am Pathfinder and this is my channel at Just Figuring Shit Out. We're doing things a little bit different in this video than we have in the previous videos, and that is mainly that I actually typed out what I wanted to say, and that was mostly because I wanted to be concise with the information that I'm giving. So in terms of this topic, I did already release a short Reiki video to help others connect to their dragon guides and to activate their dragon light codes. It's short, but it is potent. You can replay it as many times as you want. And I do plan to release a longer extended guided version soon. But before I did that, I wanted to release this and kind of give people a little more knowledge and understanding on dragons and based on my experiences and work with dragons. Do keep in mind that sometimes some people have different experiences with their work in dragons, and this can be for one, a perspective thing, but also because we come from different timelines where certain types of dragons exist and they don't exist in the other timeline. This is true for my experience, and maybe you have a little bit of a different story from when you start working with dragons or from when you started working with dragons. Now, I've personally worked with dragons since childhood, and I was born connected to my dragon guide. Some are born with activated DNA dragon light codes and are immediately attracted to them, and others have the direct dragon guides that they're always been working with, or both. And sometimes people don't let themselves open up to these energies until later on in life. But regardless of what your situation is, or whether you have a dragon guide or feel that call or not, you can always connect to dragon energy. And this is because they are a part of our ancient history. So it's not really a mystery that all of us are capable of talking to them and connecting to them. Their memory is encoded in all of us. And that's because dragons are light beings that exist in a different wavelength. They help us with our spiritual, emotional, and physical growth, and they have been working with the earth since its inception and have a lot of love for humans and earth. With more and more people ascending, the dragon energies are seeking to connect further to help our ascension and our growth. So a lot more people are waking up to wanting to work with dragons and to working with into the dragon energy in and of itself. So some dragons do guard caches of wisdom hidden throughout the world. Some of them are in caves and crystals and or energy technologies. That's where you get some of those mythical stories from, because some dragons generally do that's their mission, guarding those caches. And some dragons guide us and watch over us and work alongside angels to bring us guidance and energy healing and updates and signs. There's a whole slew of different types of dragons, and they perform different tasks to help us and to keep the world going in an energetic sense and in their wavelength sense. So dragons are known to be elementals. It generally means that they don't have all four elements like a human would. They generally have like 1 to 3. Well, I have channeled 2 rare type of dragons that had access to all 4 elementals. The first of the rare dragon types, it lives within the Karman line. That's the boundary between Earth and outer space, and that's where it usually is. Although it generally resides within the air and water elements, it carries all 4 to maintain the balance of Earth, space, light codes, and to protect the Earth. It's generally connected to Father Sky and works along Father Sky for the protection of the Earth. And then there's one more type that I know that I've worked with that also carries access to all 4 elements. And this one is said to be commanded directly by Mother Gaia to do her bidding. This particular dragon generally remains within the fire and earth elements, but has access to all four. On rare occasion, Father Sky or Mother Earth will send their dragons to directly deliver messages to people on Earth for the protection and good of all. Generally, these messages are felt vibrationally throughout the collective and are known to influence sudden urges to protect environments, animals, and in some developed communities or systems to honor the earth and sky, and others to create technologies for the good of all. So these two rare dragons are very potent. You are not likely to get them confused with any other type of dragon guide or elemental dragons out there. Those are the only two I've heard of being able to channel all four of the elements, or to be able to have access to all four of the elements. But they're not necessarily the only one. They just happen to be the one that I've directly spoken with and worked with and channeled while I was writing on the information that I'm sharing with in this video. And like I said, you can connect to any dragon you feel called to. So if you feel called to connecting to one of those two dragons, one of those two types of dragons, then you're most certainly welcome to. But most dragons we connect to generally carry up to 3 elements within them. So most dragon guides you'll experience and most dragons you work with won't usually have access to all 4 elements. So a little bit on elements and their meanings and how the dragons wield them. Air dragons tend to blow away the old, clearing etheric, I have a hard time with this word, etheric cobwebs from your home or mind and create higher energy vortexes to replace them. When you seek inspiration or energy clearing, an air dragon is always good to ask. They also tend to be very playful, and they love bringing joy and light when they enter a room. So if you're an artist, asking one to spend time with you during your work can bring a level of openness that you may not have experienced previously. Then we have the fire dragons. They burn away and transmute lower energies so that new can be planted and grow. Fire dragons tend to really enjoy jokes and have a good sense of humor, but they have the tendency of presenting themselves very sternly. And this is in part because they do take their work very, very seriously. You can always ask them for protection for yourself and your home and to clear energies that come in. And if you have a good joke to share with one, don't be afraid. You'll feel their laughter in your chest and enjoy their company thoroughly. Like, you will feel them when you when you share with them like a joke that makes them laugh. You will really feel that vibration within your chest. Earth dragons tend to maintain the ley lines. So they clear negative energies from the earth's surface. They also tend to really enjoy gardens made with love and joy, and enjoy taking naps with freshly blooming flowers or produce. So if you have a garden, a homestead, keep an eye on your garden. You never know when one might be visiting. A whispered thank you to them may have them leaving you an energetic gift, as they clear negative energies anywhere they go. A garden that's been visited by an earth dragon may yield an even larger harvest than usual, or generate an amplified sense of peace and renewal. Or if you have been having trouble growing, the earth dragon may have cleared the energetic weeds so that you now may have your garden come to fruition. And I do want to point out that these dragons have access to both our physical gardens and our energetic ones. So even if you don't have a garden outside, if you have been planting seeds of growth, abundance, love in your energetic garden, an earth dragon may certainly find it fit for a good nap or just enjoy visiting there. And this is Leon. Hi, Leon. So water dragons are fluid. They tend to keep energies flowing. I found that some of them focus on creating pathways where there was once none, or clearing pathways that was once blocked. And others carry the energy of universal love wherever they go, amplifying love and life wherever they are near. These dragons are not limited to large bodies of water. Since water is found everywhere, so are water dragons that reside within. When you are within the presence of a water dragon, you might feel a heightened level of awareness and may feel energetic blocks clear immediately. Or you might feel a heightened sense of unconditional love that leaves you feeling like you're getting the sweetest, most loving hug you have ever felt in your life. Water dragons tend to be very adventurous, and they love bringing gifts of new opportunities, love, and joy. Sometimes this means a picture, quote, or a small gift that fills you with hope, and other times that means leading you to meet someone new, sometimes in the shape of an animal or other times a person. So it's a pretty blessed thing to experience any of these types of dragons, or combination thereof. Pretty much all the dragons I've met enjoy hearing gratitude, praise, peace, and love. So if you find yourself near a dragon, you're more than welcome to thank them. You will feel your joy kind of amplified when you do that, because they tend to highly approve of positive energies and gratitude, and it can help amplify your connection to them. Some of them really enjoy company and directly communing with humans, so spending time with you in conversation or just quietly and genuinely welcoming them within your space will fill them with happiness. Seriously, they love it when you communicate with them, so do not be afraid to. Anyways, as I said, more of us are ascending. The dragons are looking to communicate even more, and many of our memories of them are resurfacing. This makes it easier for us to become attuned to them. The moment you start thinking or feeling a dragon, they come to you. The more you open your mind to them, the clearer they are to you. So you can do this by talking, thinking, visualizing, or meditating to them. Since our shift to newer, higher timelines, it's getting easier and easier to be able to see and understand the dragons. They carry so much love for us, and love speaking to us and sharing ease, joys, and gifts. From my experience, they are generally very, very happy beings. They love hanging out. They love they love gratitude, like I said. They're very, very happy. So that's why I wanted to make these videos, to share in the joy the dragons have brought to my life, bring to me, and help anyone who wishes to connect to them start gaining a little bit more of that knowledge for themselves. I feel so much joy and ease and laughter when I work with the dragons. I feel them sending joy right into my chest, right in my heart chakra, and it radiates throughout, and I just feel like bubbly. Chances are, if you're drawn to these videos, you are starting to become aware more and more of the dragons in your life. This is just a teardrop of information, and there are a lot of different types of dragons that exist in different dimensions and timelines. Just remember, as you connect to dragons in your experience, trust your intuition, practice discernment. Whatever you experience is what's meant for you. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for my longer Reiki guided meditation video on dragons to help you all connect with dragons. Bye bye.